Ever bought a cheap, budget rowing machine that promised a full body workout, only to find it squeaks every time you pull, the seat slides, and the resistance never feels right? I've been there, and the regret that follows makes me double-check every listing before I hit add to cart. That hesitation is why I spent a solid weekend testing a few models, reading the specs, and digging through the handful of buyer comments that actually exist. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. The Gen SDH fold-up rower landed on my radar because it markets itself as a stable, quiet, space-saving machine with an LCD display and 8 resistance levels. On paper, it sounds like the kind of compromise you need when a home gym is more of a closet than a dedicated room. The first thing I wanted to know was whether the foldable claim was just a marketing gimmick or a real solution for cramped apartments. After unboxing, the frame unfolded with a satisfying click, and the carbon steel construction felt solid enough that I didn't worry about wobble when I leaned into a hard pull. Setting it up was a breeze. The machine arrives in a single box. The instructions are a couple of diagrams, and all the bolts are pre-threaded. I could have the rower ready to use in under 10 minutes, which is a big win for anyone who's impatient about assembling gym equipment. Once upright, the 120 kilograms weight capacity gave me confidence that it could handle a range of users from my 85 kilograms brother who likes to sprint on the flywheel to my sister-in-law, a lighter but enthusiastic cardio fan. The adjustable resistance knob is intuitive. You turn it and feel the magnetic brake shift smoothly through 8 distinct levels. That range isn't as granular as a high-end water rower, but it's more than enough for a beginner who wants to progress without buying a new machine every few weeks. What really matters in daily use is how the machine feels when you're actually rowing. The seat is engineered to conform to the curve of the pelvis, and after 20 minutes of steady strokes, I didn't notice any pinching or shifting. The cushion is firm yet forgiving, which helps prevent that sliding seat fatigue you get with cheaper plastic frames. The LCD smart display is simple. It tracks time, strokes per minute, total distance, and estimated calories. It's not a full-blown data hub, but the numbers are clear enough to keep a casual rower motivated without getting lost in endless metrics. Noise is a common pain point with indoor rowers, especially if you live in an apartment building. The Gen SDH's magnetic resistance system is genuinely mute. I could have a video call, listen to music, or even watch a Netflix episode while rowing without the machine stealing the spotlight. That quiet operation also makes it a better fit for households with kids napping or roommates working from home. Now, no product is perfect, and there are a few trade-offs that show up once you start using the rower day after day. The 8 resistance levels, while adequate for most beginners and intermediate users, might feel limiting for seasoned athletes who crave the nuanced feel of water or air resistance. The magnetic brake is consistent, but it doesn't emulate the subtle catch you get when pulling against actual water, a factor some rowing purists say influences technique development. Additionally, the LCD screen is basic. There's no Bluetooth connectivity, no heart rate integration, and the firmware can't be updated. If you're the type who wants to sync workouts with Strava or track performance over months, you'll need an external app or a different machine. Another practical consideration is storage. The rower folds flat, and, thanks to its 90-degree hinge, it fits into a standard bedroom closet without taking up more than a narrow hallway space. However, the folded footprint is still about the width of a small dining table, so it's not an under-thebeed solution. If you truly have a studio apartment with only a few square feet to spare, you might still need to think about where to tuck it away. The wheels on the base make moving it a one-person job, but you'll have to be careful on carpeted floors because the wheels can leave shallow marks if you roll it frequently. Who should consider this rower? If you're a newcomer to rowing, a busy professional who wants a low-impact cardio option, or anyone who needs a machine that won't dominate the living room, the Gen SDH checks the boxes. Its stability, quiet operation, and comfortable seat make it a reliable choice for daily 20 to 30-minute sessions. It also suits families where multiple members of varying sizes will share the equipment, given the generous weight limit. On the flip side, if you're training for competitive rowing, crave the nuanced feel of a water resistance system, or need advanced data tracking for detailed performance analysis, you'll probably feel constrained after a few months. From a value for money perspective, the price point sits comfortably below the high-end models that charge several $100s extra for premium finishes and connectivity. You get a solid steel frame, a functional display, and a quiet ride without the